What's up, everybody?
Hi.
It's Tucker and the Beard. And this episode of Tucker and the Beard is brought to you by our respective real estate careers.
Us. It's brought to you by us.
Yeah. It's brought to you by Tucker and the Beard.
There you go.
We're not just movie nerds who like to sit in front of microphones. We're actually top producing real estate agents here in the Prescott area in Arizona.
Yes, very much so. Who would like to help you out with your real estate needs?
Yeah, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate here in the beautiful Prescott area, we would love to be of assistance. Tucker, how can the people get a hold of you?
Well, you can get a hold of me, Edward the Tucker, at 928-710-4690, or you can get a hold of The Beard
at 928-910-5954. You can also find both of us on Facebook, or just shoot us a message.
Yeah, it'd be Kellen the Beard Hoskins, so
that's
people
right.
can find you.
And yeah, that's enough business talk.
Off to the show.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah, waiting on you, man.
All right, let's do this thing.
Waiting on you.
Awkward intro. Only with you this time.
I'm always waiting.
Always
on Edward Tucker.
Always waiting. Listen, man,
AKA
I gotta charge my
Tucker.
phone. All right.
Edward Tucker.
Edward
Tucker.
the Tucker. We did look at some emails today that did have that for some reason.
To excess.
It was like
in fact.
Mike
Yeah.
Turner. I don't know. I just made up a name.
Can we not do that? But hey.
I was like, that's a cool wrestling name.
Yeah.
Mike the
Mike
Turner.
Michelson.
Michelson. Mikina.
Just really, really unimaginative parents.
Yeah, seriously. So, what's up, everybody?
Here we are.
We be back.
Back in the saddle again. We've been speaking almost exclusively in song lyrics for the last 15 minutes.
It's been really weird. And
so if we break into that,
I really had to stop
welcome.
myself. I had to stop myself just then from
yeah,
breaking into whoop. There it is. Once again.
For the probably fourth or fifth time. So we went and saw Hobbs Shaw this week.
Yes, we did. The first spin-off from the Point Break franchise. I'm just kidding. The Fast and Furious. I will not go down that alley. I was told by a fan today that goes, hey, just so you know, like, we know the hot buttons. Like, we know if you start talking about, like, Keanu Reeves' Point Break, like, it's going to go down a rabbit hole. So I'm going to do my best to not
it's not entirely your fault. Keanu Reeves is a national treasure and should be protected at all costs.
Him and Will Smith, but we're going to get to that.
All right. We're going to have this conversation We're going to have this conversation right now.
I wanted to have it because we have
about Will Smith.
October 15th episode, we have his new flick coming out, Gemini Man.
Well, and it was during the trailer for Gemini Man
that we had this conversation.
That we started having this conversation, but we're going to get into it right now.
All right.
Is Will Smith
the next generation?
The next generation of Chuck Norris.
100% agree. I said I don't think he's Chuck Norris yet.
But he's becoming Chuck Norris-esque.
Like, he will become our children's
Chuck Norris. He will be the myth and the legend.
Literally,
that is Will Smith.
That was well done. I can't even beat that. You know how I enjoy a really bad pun.
Yeah, like and that's why I threw that one at you.
Really bad.
You're welcome.
Pun. But yeah, in the new movie, he's fighting a younger version of himself.
Yeah, and
so it's like because
we all know that
left.
the only person that could defeat Chuck Norris is a younger Chuck Norris.
Right.
So that's kind of where this conversation started, and I think that Will Smith might be.
I agree.
The next generation's.
I'm putting $1.25.
You got $1.25 on it?
I'm putting $1.25 on it right now. But yeah, that'll be a good episode because I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss in regards to the next generation's Chuck Norris.
Just everything that movie has to throw at us.
There will be many Will Smith, Chuck Norris jokes.
Yeah. We're going to start writing them now.
Yeah.
We'll have a list for you.
Yeah, we could
by
just be like,
mid-October.
Hey, listen,
Feel free to chime in. Send us some if you have. Yeah, if you think that we're wrong, let us know. If you think that we're right, let us know. If you think that there's somebody else that is the millennials, well, we're kind of on that millennial borderline. So whatever the
next generation,
the next after millennials, who's going to be there? Chuck Norris, and it can't be Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Because I can see that answer coming. The next generation Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris.
Right.
No.
Literally, if we sit there and talked about a, movie where it's Will Smith versus Chuck Norris, that's a hard one to call. Put them in a ring. That's a hard one to call.
How many alien hordes has Chuck Norris defeated?
I'm glad there was a D in that.
Yes. Hordes.
Yes. I was like, I don't know, man. But
he's got a reputation.
Listen, man. He's the first one to meet a Martian.
That's right. But seriously,
yeah.
I mean, Chuck Norris has done some amazing things. He is deserving of his legend.
That'd be a cool little thing. Like young Chuck Norris versus young Will Smith.
Ooh.
Who takes it? Because right now, Will Smith now versus Chuck Norris now.
We all know the answer to that.
I don't want to say it. I'll get some hate mail. I mean, but it's a thing.
It's true.
But listen, I don't know. But yeah, we kind of have a double review to kind of get into it.
Well, we wanted to wrap up because we did finish the new.
I'm on my second go round.
Amazon Originals, The Boys.
The Boys. 10.
Boy, howdy.
I give it 10.
Yeah. I'm going to make a bold statement right now and say that The Boys is the best superhero-related content available to consumers on any streaming or live viewing platform.
I'm going to agree with the caveat of listen. It's a non-Marvel. It's a non.
Sure, but is it Dark Horse? It could be real. It could be a tight race between The Boys and at least the first 2 seasons of Netflix's Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil's
but it surpasses all. It's better than Jessica Jones.
Oh,
it's
definitely.
better than Luke Cage, even though Luke Cage is kind of nipping on its heels, and those were fantastic. Definitely better than the stupid Iron Fist.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't even going to bring that one up. But it is by far the most realistic, followed closely behind like Daredevil.
Yeah,
but there's some, not hokiness with it. But
if we took superheroes and they were actually real.
100%, and they were not good people.
No, imagine if TMZ was following around people who could burn you with their eyes instead of a Kardashian.
And we're like, I was not gonna say immortal, but like invincible.
Yeah.
Like could fly.
Some of them
they were
yeah.
Superman, and he was just not a good dude.
Yeah, if Superman was insert your most hated politician.
Right. And they were owned by a corporation, which would legitimately be a thing, and they were worried more about Instagram followers and
they were worried about content creation more than they were about actually saving and helping people.
And then it's one of those. There's a lot of not good people in the world, and if you were to give them superpowers, what they would do behind closed doors and what they would try and get away with.
Spoiler alert, it's your worst freaking nightmare.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's not cool.
Makes for a really awesome show. Followed it out, and it had some cool little twists at the end that make you go, what?
Yeah, I need season 2 to be here already.
They've already started filming it.
That's great, but it's still not going to be here till next year, and it's going to bum me, and that bums me out a little bit.
Saying. Super, but
it has been greenlit for a season 2. They've already started principal photography on season 2.
Yeah, I'm going through my second round now because my wife wanted to start watching it. Not for the kids, folks.
No.
Not for the kids.
No, just like real life. Adult stuff is adult stuff.
Yeah. And there's some stuff in that
yeah.
You'll go through and go, whoa, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What if Ant-Man that could shrink down? What would he be up to?
Yeah, bad stuff.
Bad stuff. If you can be invisible, what would you be up to? Bad stuff.
Yeah. They're not all bad. They're not all bad.
There's some good ones that want to do good.
Just like real people, there are good people and bad people out there in the world, and this is a scary telling of what happens if you give those bad ones the ability to lift cars over their heads.
Yes. So this is one of those ones I give it, 2 superhero thumbs up, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
10 gold stars.
10 stars, 5 stars. If
Whatever.
it's a scale of 1 to 5, is 2 thumbs up copyrighted?
2 thumbs
Probably.
up? Thumbs is?
I don't know if legally we can give a film 2 thumbs up.
2 double jointed thumbs up. I don't know.
But
really good. Put the kids to bed
and binge it. It's only 8 episodes, so
they're
if you're
like hour long.
Yeah, so if you're serious about it, you can probably cut through it in 2-3 nights.
Yeah, because you'll start watching it
if you're into it.
It's good stuff.
But highly recommended.
Segueing from superheroes into robotic superheroes.
Ugh. Well, there is that caveat. There is that caveat.
Hold on, I told you I was going to drop a little bit of news.
Yeah, drop a bomb on it.
Okay, so it's some Disney news.
Okay.
All right. So I found out, breaking news, the new Lion King that we did review surpassed Frozen as the #1 animated movie.
Stop supporting this madness, people.
Now, the confusion is, and topic of conversation.
Is it a live-action movie?
They've been pushing that thing as a live-action Lion King since the get-go, which it obviously is not.
Did you see that Jon Favreau put out the one actual camera shot in the entire movie?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, man. I'll show it to you. I'll try and put it up on the screen for everybody else. But you keep talking.
But they've been pushing this whole entire time how this is a live action Lion King movie, which we even discussed. This is all CGI. It is not. There is no live action. I guess there might be some what you're bringing up, a one shot of a live action movie, but now they are embracing it as the #1 animated movie of all time.
Yeah, so there is one
animated scene,
and Jon Favreau had to hide it in the movie.
Really? So there's one shot. I'm guessing it's of like a rock.
Essentially, yes. Okay. So there's a scene. It's
literally
the first shot of the movie.
It's the sunrise.
The sun rising?
Yeah.
That is the only actual shot, and it's not even. It's just a photograph.
Okay. That he had to.
And he slipped that in as the very first shot in the movie. It's the only
live action,
quote unquote live action scene in the entire film.
But it's one of those things. Okay, now you're embracing the fact that it's animated, and it's like, okay, we already did that.
Right.
We've already had an animated Lion King.
Yeah.
Anyways, I still say if you're gonna watch one of them, watch the original.
Yeah.
So
I think there's
news.
theaters out there who would probably could have made a killing just showing the original one.
Oh yeah, I would have gone and saw that. But
faux show.
Anyways, sorry, it's dropping some breaking news nonsense that I did not enjoy. I mean, Frozen's Frozen. I was over that after the first time watching it, but
let it go, man. Twice. Got him twice.
Well played. Well played.
So,
Hobbs and Shaw.
First
spin-off for the Fast and Furious franchise. Out of 9 movies?
I think this is the 9th movie.
Is this 9 or 10?
I think this is Nueve, which is Spanish for 9.
9. It's
but
German
9 is
for
German
no.
for no.
Well, no, because are we counting Tokyo Drift?
Always. It was better than Too Fast, Too Furious.
Because that was 2. That was genius. But the last one was Fate for Fast 8. Fate of the Furious. So this would be 9 or its own thing. Anyways, it is with...
Listen, I'm Googling it right now.
Okay.
So we're going to have answers. 13, apparently.
There's
13.
13 Fast and Furious
Apparently
movies.
there's a featurette or two.
Oh, they did those little short films.
So it all started
with Point Break. Just kidding.
On the waves.
With the Fast and the Furious.
So, actual films in canon, we have The Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious.
Which, timeout. Zach Morris, timeout real quick.
Uh-huh.
Tokyo Drift actually takes place after one of the other ones.
Yes.
Chronologically.
So then we have Fast and Furious. We have Fast 5.
Right.
Fast and Furious 6. Furious 7, and then The Fate of the Furious. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is the 9th movie.
This is the
and look,
9th movie in the franchise.
We have a release date for Fast and Furious 9 of May 22nd, 2020.
Oh, so this isn't 9. This is just the spinoff.
This is 10th, this is the 9th movie in the canon.
But not Fast and Furious 9.
And listen, this movie could not have been less Fast and Furious.
Yeah, this was... Listen,
until toward the
you.
end, which I'm not going to give away spoilers, but
right.
Listen, this franchise was built on...
basic.
Modifying cars and robbing trucks.
Yeah.
And we have
really
transitioned from that into saving the world over 9 movies.
They even make the joke that The Rock said, this is going to be my fourth time saving the world. We get it. Listen, I think you're kind of walking into this movie knowing my bar was set to a certain level. I'm not saying it was low. I'm just saying it was set to a Fast and Furious level.
Yeah.
With each movie, they try and outdo themselves in weird ways. This one involves superheroes?
Superhumans.
Superhuman.
Well, they kind of took the super serum concept from Captain America.
Yeah.
And turned it on its head a little bit.
Yeah, it's like Terminator. Like, listen, you sprinkle some Terminator with some Transformers.
Yeah.
Like, down to some sound effects with Transformers.
Yeah.
They full-blown jacked that stuff.
There was one point when... I
was like, where's Optimus?
Yeah.
Where's Optimus showing up? Because there's Transformers transforming.
Yeah. The sound effect was just... I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
We got Brixton, though, our main... antagonist.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, who is awesome, and I always enjoy his movies. I think he's great.
Listen, this is a solid. I'm kind of giving my review before then. This is a solid popcorn movie.
Oh, listen, if it's in the franchise, I'll be fully transparent here. If it's in the franchise, it starts at 6.
Really,
it starts at a 6 for me.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about, like, for you it starts at 6.
No.
Like
No.
Fast and Furious 6.
The real franchise ended, like, maybe after Fast and Furious, for me.
Okay.
But on a scale of 1 to 10,
right,
this franchise
it's just a
starts at a 6 for me.
Okay.
So there's a very narrow window of... I mean, one of my best friends got married on Fast and Furious Day.
Okay.
So listen,
it's a thing. It's a thing. I didn't even know that there was a Fast and Furious
Day. It's a big deal
Day.
to my family.
Right. Now you're talking about, like, Fast and Furious family?
Absolutely.
Like Familia?
Absolutely.
Or okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I can't remember which one it was, but my wife and I went and watched a Fast and Furious movie because they're good movies. I mean, I'm with you. I'm not. I have a family so far, but I swear beyond anything, we walked in and joined a car club.
Yeah,
there was a car club in there with us.
I was heavily influenced as a young person by the original movie.
Point Break.
Not Point Break. I never got into surfing, but I did get into the modifying of import vehicles.
Right.
And that movie was heavily influenced by it. It came out just about a month after I graduated high school.
Okay.
And I was living in Santa Cruz at the time and went to go see it with my uncle.
Mm-hmm. And it was
the opening sequence to that movie, at that point was one of the greatest opening sequences. I'll put it up against most to this day. And it is something that this franchise does well. They get their hooks in the first 90 seconds.
Oh yeah, they do some cool
those opening sequences, and it's continuous throughout the entire series.
It's kind of like
they know what they're doing to get you in. It's kind of like a Bond
movie. You know, the Bond movie
very
has
similar.
their like not cold openings, but they had before the credits. You know, I'll call it a cold opening and just be like, "Hey, here you go, you're hooked."
Now we'll roll credits. And this franchise does the same thing, and I'll argue to say that they do it better than the Bond films, who do it very well.
Yeah, but just kind of, you know, in a comparison of, you know, movies have learned from...
You get excited.
Bond
you get excited about
kind
it.
Kind of started that little thing.
I'll agree with that.
Hey, we're going right into some big...
We're going to give you an action sequence
to get you going.
As soon as we've announced the studio, you get an action sequence.
It goes right into it. But yeah, this didn't fail. This is two of the characters from the Fast and Furious franchise that were introduced in the later.
I think Fast and Furious 6 is when we first.
No, it's gonna be 7 when Jason's.
I'm trying to remember when we're introduced to Jason Statham in this franchise.
Yeah, I think.
And it was Fast and Furious 6
is when we were introduced to him. I was the tail end of the credits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which he is a bad dude. The brother of the previous bad dude.
Yes.
That wants to do more bad things.
It's a bad family, as we find out in this movie.
But they got
heart.
They got heart. I think that's literally a line from the movie.
It is.
That's fantastic. And yeah, like it was good. It was like a weird buddy cop movie. Like they have really good chemistry, which is I'm going to call him The Rock.
Fair enough.
Hobbs. Dwayne Johnson, big mountain of a man, as he says, and Jason Statham, the megalodon killer himself.
He stabbed a megalodon in the eye with a knife.
There's a cool little thing that they do in the movie. And
there was so many cool Easter eggs in this movie for other film franchises.
Like
not just in the franchise, in the Fast and Furious franchise itself, but in
other
so
movies.
Many other films that the actors have been in. And I, for one, thought that was great.
I wanted to get out of my seat on the one Jason Statham. Like it was like the coolest, quick little thing, and I was like, yes, because I love that movie that they reference.
Well, Deadpool makes a cameo.
I know, you're giving that away, man. That was some of the best scenes, though.
Yeah,
he was and it wasn't short.
No, he was in the movie.
Yeah, it wasn't like a quick little. He's a full blown character now.
Yeah, he's in.
Not Deadpool, but Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I was like,
but it was almost the same character. You know, just the way that he because it's him.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool,
and so. But yeah, some of his mannerisms and his little
quick wit.
Yeah, were very Deadpool-esque.
And there's a couple other little cameos that they throw in there and stuff. But yeah, listen, throw the logic out the window when you walk into the movie. They're defying gravity and like they can survive a lot of things that not even the superhuman dude, the bad guy. I mean, they do that. He's like a superhero. Listen, they're dropping buildings on him.
Yeah.
And stuff. And he's like,
ow.
Just, not even ow.
Just like,
it's Tuesday.
That was annoying.
But they take it to the level with them where they survive some things that you're like, yeah, I'm not going to overthink that one right there.
Hold the phone. Fast and Furious 9 will be starring John Cena.
Will we see him?
I doubt it.
Okay. I don't know if is that going to be part of. Because I'm think they leave this on a cliffhanger. I'm just going to say that like
they set this up for.
There's additional
for more.
But is it this? Is it going to be Furious?
And so what we have here as far as future films, we have an untitled 10th film.
Okay. They're wrapping it up, I think.
on for that side, and then we have coming up probably in 2022. We have an untitled female-centered film.
What? Now there is a female. I'm gonna call her a lead. There's 3 leads in this. Well, not Hobbs and Shaw, but there is the Which I have to sit there and tell quick. You leaned over and said something to me during the movie, and I'm like, dude, I want to be like, have you not seen the trailers?
No,
like,
actually, I didn't. I didn't see it
because I mean,
I watched like one trailer and that was it.
Not even a spoiler of it, but the main girl has been in the trailer as
his sister. So I wasn't even paying attention to that.
As Jason Statham.
I didn't need to watch trailers to be enticed to go see this movie. So I was just, all right, this is happening, and I guess I'm gonna go see it.
No, because you leaned over to me during the movie and you were like, I think that's his sister. And I was like, really?
Listen, there were people in the audience
loud
who gasped when the shoe dropped.
Yeah.
So I wasn't the only one.
No, I'm not saying you're the
only one.
Because
like I said, I had no need to watch all the trailers for this because
you're already in.
I saw it was announced.
Right.
And I'm already putting June 20 or May 22nd of next year in my calendar because that's going on. Put it on the board.
But my son actually went with his friend and watched this the day before we did. And so
traitor.
Well, I was going and watching it with his friend, all good.
Yeah.
But because I mean it's a PG-13 movie. It's all right.
He is.
He's
14.
14. So he's there.
You know, he wins.
Hey,
he's allowed.
Whatever.
Sure.
But he started kind of saying, like, he didn't give it away. He knows well enough. And I was like, I'm going and watching it regardless.
Yeah.
But, you know, I kind of like, listen, by the trailer, you can kind of call this movie to the thing. But
if
it is
anything in this movie surprises you, I mean, from just a development, you know.
The last movie, they jumped a submarine.
And the movie before that, they jumped a supercar between buildings in Dubai.
Yeah.
But
this one, gravity stops
and
working.
that's the only, if there's a gripe that I have. Because, spoiler alert, I liked it, and I think you should go see it.
Yeah.
But if there's a gripe that I have with the more recent movies is they've moved away from those really cool modified import and muscle cars, which to me I still have a large affinity for, to supercars, which are great.
You had nitrous in your blood.
I like supercars. I think they're pretty nifty.
You think they're super?
But they're not as cool as a modified muscle car.
Right. Which they did in the original. And that's what I liked about, you know, there's always something special to me about the first movie in
Oh yeah, and I love that they keep doing those kind of internal engine shots. When the nitrous is going through the motor.
Yes, this one it was about 5 cars.
Yeah, they did it a few times. It was good.
It was just like, hey, we're not just doing one car.
No.
Stand by to stand
Hold
by.
My nitrous.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they just keep going. And listen, there's some scenes and you're like, what, whatever, but
there are.
It's a fun ride, no pun intended. Like it's not as like car related.
No, and that's my again, if I have a gripe, it's that because it was all about the cars,
right?
We've at the beginning of it
gotten away from that, from the basic car.
Yeah,
thing. So it'd be nice
there's
to
not a whole lot of
people
driving around Honda Civics that look like Trapper Keepers anymore.
Yeah, or it just this one. Spoilers, like his motorcycle
is dope and I want one. Yeah.
If it existed in real life.
Yeah. He can fold it in half.
It transforms.
As it flies through the air.
As he's driving on the wall of a building.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, if they would have just taken out those little... Okay. All right, we get it. But it's, super... He's like robot, superhuman.
He's a cyborg, and we all know that cyborgs can't be trusted anyway.
But I mean, it's a really good. I think the world needs more movies like this, and it's just good popcorn. Go sit down for 2 hours, shut your brain off,
and have some fun.
And it's like reminiscent of.
And it's not a remake of something that was made 40 years ago.
I
have to stop saying 20 years ago because 20 years ago they're not remaking those movies yet.
Except for The Last Starfighter. Stop it now. I'll shut this thing down. No, but the world needs more movies like this. It's kind of like the Olympus Has Fallen, and we're gonna go watch the new one. But it's good, Die Hard, kind of just go.
Yeah, just go and have a good time.
Yeah. So 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
Go see it.
Definitely go see it.
So
it's my jam. I loved it.
And on that,
as cheesy as it was, it sometimes
go see it,
and they all are. It's still going to be added to the collection. So
there you go, man.
Anyway, that's it for us for this week.
Wrapping it up.
We'll see you next week
for some Dora the Explorer.
We're going to go see Dora the Explorer, I guess. So anyway,
that's what's on there.
Until next time, he's Tucker.
He's Beard,
and we are out.